What's up? Greyfish here. So I was up till 4 in the morning last night, and I started building my whole fishing wall here, like behind me. Over here I have like all my rods. You'd see all my working good rods up here, and like I have all my equipment right behind me. And I previously just bought a cast net, which is 10-foot diameter, or aka 5-foot radius, so we can catch more fish and we can do more videos like this, you know. Anyways, welcome to the first video of the channel. Like, I'm keeping this on no matter what. I'm sorry I had to take down like the other videos because it had some explicit content in it, and like I didn't want anyone getting mad at me, so you know, just keeping it simple, keeping it PG, you know. But starting off here, we're doing a rod show. Starting with my biggest rod is a 7-foot cat, is what I use for my catfish. I use a Daiwa rod. I use the Black Widow, and I'll read the information for you guys. So this is a 7-foot rod, medium action. It's made in Korea. Recommended lure is like half an ounce and 2 to 3 ounces. I mean, well, 3 ounces. Line 12 to 20. I think right here I have 20-pound line. Yep, 20-pound fluoro for the catfish. And my reel, I have the Shakespeare. The Shakespeare Tiger. Gear ratio is 4.8/1, and it's like the ball bearing on this is pretty nice, but it's just a great start for a catfish and carp combo. Like, it's technically like the bigger fish, but I recommend going with this or a bigger rod if you're going for muskie. Sorry, you can't see my face here, but I do have a massive crankbait on here because, you know, just to test it out. So what I recommend is, like, if you're testing, get either like a big lure you have, or like go find like a nut, like a massive nut, or a egg weight. So you cast those out and you're just practicing, and you're tightening the line, you're just tinkering with it. But yeah, nice setup for the time being until I get hold of it or it breaks. So I just hung that. Starting with my new rod, because I got a new rod for Christmas. I have the Abu Garcia Max Elite with, let me read the info for y'all. Hold on. I'll start with the reel. I have the 6.2.1. And it is a 3000H, which is your size. Right here. So the information for your rod right here is, so there's a 7-foot rod. It's a fast medium. Goes 3/16 to 5/8 ounce lure. It is 6 to 12 pound line, but I have 15-pound braid on here. because I do tend to catch carp, catfish, trout, bluegill, all that stuff for this on this rod. Sometimes I'll go and try to catch like the tiniest fish, you know. Maybe that could be a challenge. If you got a challenge for me, drop it in the comments. I'll like give you every word. It's unfiltered. But I just recommend keeping it clean, just so people don't get mad at you. But yes, I do have a spinner on. It is what me and my friend Yes I'm Fishing 23 call a realism. So it's like a realistic spinner, if that makes sense. But anyways, this is my new rod. I love this thing. It's a 2-piece. Because I always rock 2 pieces. It's easier for me and for other people. Okay, now we're gonna go smaller into a spin cast. Oh, and by the way, these two that I just showed you are spinners. So here's my spin cast. This is the Shakespeare Salamander with the information on it it's an action light. It's a 4'6" rod. The line is 4 to 6 pounds. I think I have I think this is 5-pound monofilament, and yeah, it's a pretty nice rod. It's very old, but I got it revived and now I just need to use it. And maybe one day I'll change the line out, but for now it is how it is. That's the drag. Tying the drag here. Wrap it around the handle. There you go. So now it's nice and tight, and it's ready for when it needs to be relined again. Alright, moving to my last and smallest rod. We have the Elsa rod from when I was 3. Old, but I customized it last night, so it has a black push button and a black handle. And this is, let's see, it's about a 3-foot rod, maybe a 2'6". It is also a spin cast. It does have a great drag on it. Like I said, it's a good rod. I do recommend it only for like the biggest crappie. Like the biggest fish that you'll catch on this is crappie. But I recommend it for like bluegill or minnows. That other spin caster that I showed you, my salamander, I recommend it for trout and stuff lower than that, because the line is not as good and it's a smaller rod, so it'll snap easy, but the information is important. Alright, that's all my tools I have to show that are working. Now, time to show you my non-working rods. So currently, you guys remember this rod I made a video of it with the line rod. It is the Roddy limited edition. It's a pretty old rod. It's about 3 years old. But it's broken currently because the metal piece that went for here broke off. But what's holding it together is a pin clip. But other than that, it has 15-pound braid. The information on it is it's a 6.5 rod. It takes 6 to 14-pound braid, line, and it goes from 1/8 to 3/8 ounce line. I mean, lure. But if you're just in the last resort, this is the rod to go. It will last you for a long time. But that's the first rod. Second rod I had. So this was my first ever rod. I have the reel currently over in my section, but this is the rod by itself. This is the Abu Garcia Max X. It was a lightweight 1/16 to 5/16 ounce lure. It goes from 1 to 8 pound line, and above all, it was a really nice rod. But it's a 5'6" rod. Is what I was trying to say. The only reason it broke was because I had a massive fish on. I was not expecting to catch giant fish. But sadly, it broke the top part of it. Moving on, we have my very old spin cast. It is the Zebco 202. It is very old again. Anyways, information is it's a 5/6 rod, medium light action, and probably take maybe 8 to 2 pound line. So very nice. It's not bad, but what's broken on it is currently not have a tip. And I'm sorry for talking a lot, gang, but again, it's just the information. But if you like this content, smash a like and subscribe if you're new. Alright, moving on to the next rod. Here we have the Eagle Claw extendable rod. So this rod can go from 4 to 8 pounds. It is, I believe it's a 6.5 length rod, medium action. But what is broken on it is here at the reel part broke off right here. Next rod. Now, this is a fascinating rod I have. It is it's my great grandpa's old spin casting rod. So what's unique about this rod is that it only has the eye hole at the top. No eye holes here, no whatsoever. But it I believe is a, hold on. It is a no, that doesn't sound right. It's a 5/6 rod. It takes 12 to 6 pound line. And I will repair it soon for y'all, but currently I don't have it in progress. And my last and final rod I have for you today is the Shakespeare rod. The red spin cast Shakespeare. So what's bad on this rod right now is the drag. The drag currently does not like work as proper as it needs to. But above all, it's a fine rod for last resort. That's your image. Here's your rod. There you go. Alright, and my final two things to show you is here the Cast King black bag, and I put an Adidas side pouch, and up here I have the foldable chair, and it's a nice, really nice bag. And my final thing here, I will show you my trap though, but here's the cast net I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna pull it out. Here's the cast net. It's monofilament. And none of this stuff is sponsored. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, then maybe I'll sponsor. Please do, please. Alright guys, that's all I have to show you here today. But here I have my stuff, if you wondered. And thanks for... Over here we have the rods I was showing you guys. And thank you guys. Like and subscribe. Comment what I should do next. And have a good day.